Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I'm Tahir Dhindsa and you're watching SDTV. International scenario of late has changed very drastically. Pakistan was very happy to change under the new security policy and the security doctrine to shift from geostrategy to geoeconomics. But now it seems that the world is all of a sudden is changing if it's not collapsing. Europe is facing very deep recession. They say, IMF says that about $4 trillion worth of economy would go down in lack of productivity. Middle East has disinvested in Europe, and that is the money they have in their Madan and their companies. They call it $3.5 trillion. The world was adjusting to that, including Pakistan, and now the conflict in Gaza has a potential to become another Ukraine, or at least engulf Syria or Iran or other countries. The Middle East countries they are divided. They have different opinion to the extent that in a forum they have vetoed a resolution. Where do Pakistan stand? Because Pakistan has taken a position on Gaza as well, and the word ethnic cleansing I have heard. We have today with us very important guest whose talk is not her opinion, but I mean it's very, maybe opinion, but close to the policy, a reflection of the aspiration of Pakistani people and the government as well. Mumtaz Baloch, you are additional secretary in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and plus the most important hat you wear is that you are the spokesperson. What do you say about it? Where do we stand now today, Pakistan, especially on the geoeconomics?
You mentioned the developments in the Middle East. That is something that is very concerning for Pakistan, like many other countries in the region. What is happening in Gaza, we have seen and determined, is that it amounts to ethnic cleansing. And there is a need for the international community to stand up for this grave violation of human rights and humanitarian law that is taking place there. And we should work together to ensure that there is ceasefire, there is peace in the Middle East, and more importantly, we should all work together to ensure that this theater of war does not expand beyond the current theater of war. And we fear that if it expands and if there is instability and war and strife in our region, then we would be in a very difficult situation, all countries in this region. And Pakistan is very concerned about this developing scenario. We have also witnessed, and this is also a lesson for all of us, that when endemic disputes are left to fester and are not given an opportunity, are not given the attention that they deserve, then we would see that there would be a threat to peace and security. And in this respect, the United Nations Security Council has a primary role to play.
Yeah. Where does this, I mean, now we are talking about geoeconomics. Pakistan was expecting, as you know, that on the foreign account, the current account, we're in deep trouble. They say that Pakistan needs more than $63 billion over the next 3 years if you don't have to default in payments alone, which I mean, that would be the gap we need to fill. Pakistan was expecting some big investment in refinery and other projects to the tune of some, I mean, there are different figures, $26 billion, or some say 50 billion, or some say even 100 billion, or whatever that is. Now it seems that they are in the three states, Qatar, United Arab Emirates, and Saudi Arabia, they are engulfed in the Middle East crisis. And the Saudi Arab is now, if not officially, I've heard that now they are not coming up for the refinery because they are convinced that the return would not be 15%. So two things, what we are doing at that front.
You are right that GCC is an important partner for Pakistan. The GCC as an organization and also member countries of GCC are critical in terms of our economic diplomacy. Right. And we have developed solid partnerships with all members of GCC. You may have seen that Pakistan has become the first country which has concluded a free trade agreement with GCC, and only recently, and we are now in the process of working out its modalities and its implementation. Similarly, we are in talks with the United Arab Emirates about economic partnership and investment partnership. We are expecting robust investments from Saudi Arabia, from UAE, from Qatar and Kuwait. So there are a number of strands of cooperation which are taking place. And with the establishment of SIFC, we now have a one-window shop where all government departments are sitting together, including representation of the provinces. And that is where the focus of SIFC, the focus is on investments, on trade partnerships, especially in the Middle East. And we are working to provide that environment which these investors are looking for to invest in Pakistan. So we are very confident that as we roll out all our investment projects and our investment policies, these investors will be coming in big numbers.
In big numbers. So we don't need to worry. Last question. Foreign Office, I mean, the ambassadors are taken as the consulars and economic consulars. We have heard the debate, and there was a time when Pakistan was looking forward to appoint an economic consul in the Corps of Diplomat and all that. And what do you think what is the support from the back end that an ambassador or foreign officer need at home?
Yes, our ambassadors and our diplomats, when they're abroad, they are basically the salesmen for Pakistan. They are projecting Pakistan. They are looking for investment partners. They are looking for trade opportunities. And as they do that, they definitely need support from Pakistan, not just from our government departments, not just from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, but also from our business community. Because it is the business community which in the end has to take these projects forward. The ambassadors are opening the doors, but it is the business community which has to walk into the room. And that is why it is very important that we have these partnerships between the businesses and between the government and between the various provincial departments and the federal departments and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, so that we can all work in unison and ensure that any issues that investors may have are fully resolved and in an effective manner.
Last quick question, one-liner. Is Pakistan coming in some way, in some considerable way, on Gaza, on international diplomacy, or just to put its weight behind it like it had been earlier?
See, Pakistan has been very clear. We have consistently and very vocally spoken about the carnage in Gaza, and we have called for lifting of the siege and to the indiscriminate
It is ethnic cleansing.
Indiscriminate bombing, the ethnic cleansing that is taking place. We would like the international community to press Israel and the United Nations Security Council to play its part in ensuring that this conflict ends. And in that respect, Pakistan has taken a very firm stance at the United Nations. We took a lead in developing consensus on a UNGA resolution, which was adopted with great majority. Then we were also a very active participant in the OIC and Arab League summit that took place in Riyadh a week ago. And Pakistan has always said that it would like to contribute to international consensus, and we would like to work with other like-minded countries in bringing about a change in international response to the current situation, and so that peace prevails in the Middle East and the people of Gaza and Palestine can breathe again.
Thank you very much. You've just heard that Foreign Office, in fact, Pakistan is working hard to restore peace, and Pakistan expects good business investment from the GCC countries, and Foreign Office needs support from the back end. With this, we come to the end.